What's the term Cuomo mean? Like, what does it refer to?
It's a reference to people that are in love with Cuomo.
Oh, are there actually people in love with him?
There were.
Yeah, I don't think
If if if
anymore.
if if they are, they're not speaking they're not speaking up like they used to.
Did you guys see his non-apology
Yes.
video where he tried to choke up a little bit?
He tried, dude. He tried so hard to cry, man. You could see he was pushing out. I think he was closer to taking a shit than crying. That's how hard he was pushing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I don't know what to make of the sexual harassment allegations. I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
it's going deeper though. It's going way deeper than sexual harassment now. One of the women that accused him actually came out and said that he was specifically grooming her for sex.
grooming her, how so? Like smooth talking her?
No, I like grooming her to, I guess, be more than
Bald
just
from the eyebrows
his.
down. Sorry.
So, you know,
Hey, still talking about grooming. That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's making a Wolf of Wall Street reference there, Piner.
yeah.
mm.
I don't know if you heard me. You were talking. Wolf of Wall Street, greatest movie ever. Yeah. I mean, those those allegations, I feel like need to be investigated, and I don't want to like. So in Cuomo's speech or whatever, he was saying, "Hey, let this be investigated." Like, or let the verdict of the investigation speak for itself, and like he
Right.
doesn't want to get in the way of the investigation and all that stuff. He wants it to take its course and all that. And uh when I tuned into his news conference, he was talking about, this is just how he is with people. He when he introduces himself to people, or he may hug, or he kisses everybody that he meets and
Yeah,
gets introduced
it's
to.
I mean, he's Italian. It's part of their culture.
So, uh, I mean, my thing is, he's saying let this investigation for the sexual misconduct stuff happen, but him and his administration interfered with the data when it came to coronavirus deaths from nursing homes. So I want to let the sexual misconduct cases take its course and be investigated, but I don't trust this guy on in the news conference saying that he's going to let it happen. He's going to let the investigation go and not be involved or not try to interfere in any type of way.
He's bullied people before.
Yeah.
Right,
As-
right.
I mean, from what I can tell, there's proof of that. Um, it's just it's I don't know. It's hard to believe him. Really is. I mean, you want it to take its course, right? But I mean, the guy is already bullshit about data. He's already uh come out. It's already come out that he's tried to bully his way or bully things through or whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I mean, what what do you think hurts more of these allegations of sexual misconduct that are going to be investigated, or him essentially bullshitting numbers on coronavirus deaths in nursing homes?
Oh, that's a
man,
good one, dude. That's a good one.
I mean, the
that's
bad thing is they're happening essentially simultaneously,
Simultaneously,
but the
yeah.
investigations, like the nursing home stuff, that's facts. Like what happened there has been investigated, has been looked at, and it's facts. The sexual misconduct, it has not gone through any trial or any investigation yet. So I'm not saying that they're making shit up, but
Right.
like, there's a difference between facts and still in the process, right? So
But is the apology kind of admitting to what he did?
I think his apology was essentially saying, I am this way by nature. If that made somebody uncomfortable, I apologize.
Mm.
and he also made it seem like he was trying to read sort of in a way read the room on certain things that he did and didn't realize it was being taken the wrong way. You know, because
Yeah.
the what is it, the one of the accusers said that they were on like some jet or plane or whatever, and he said, you know, what we should do is play strip poker, and she said, you know, I was thinking the same thing, and she
Ooh,
said that she had become um
like
a lot,
accustomed to it.
yeah, allowed herself to
Yeah.
be accustomed to it. But if you look at it from his perspective, he says that and doesn't think in that particular situation, because I don't
Right.
know anything that really transpired before that. I think she mentioned that he she was trying to leave the room and he jumped in front of her and kissed her, although he completely denies that. Um, but yeah, I mean, in that particular situation, she says something along those lines, and it's like, and of course, I don't know the tone in which she said it either. She could have said it in a playful way. If she says it in a playful way, you think, oh, you know, she's game for it. But if she says it in a way that's like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, you know, like, but just saying it just to kind of put, you know, just to get him off her back.
Was she a colleague or like an assistant or something, or was she just
An aide, I think.
Yeah.
she was an aide? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if she's an aide, like you can't be doing that shit with that person. Like, or you can't even be having those type. You can't say we should do strip poker tonight. Not saying that it's okay to say if it's just like a some stranger you just met in a bar either, but I'm just saying if from a business perspective or like a leader perspective, if this person is working for you and under you, you can't say, "Hey, we should
Yeah.
do strip poker tonight."
Yeah, you really, yeah.
Because I saw another, he talked to another accuser, or another accuser said that he brought up like rape stuff from her past or something, just like out of the blue and on a whim, and like asked her about intimacy and like how that made her feel and stuff. And I'm like, you know, if you have a good long relationship with this person and you guys are genuine friends and you feel comfortable enough to say, hey, I'm here for you to talk about this stuff, but that's not what it was. Like it sounded like she had like just conducted an interview with him and he knew about her a little bit, but they had never met, and he immediately went into this conversation.
Yeah, it would have been totally different if she was the one that brought it up,
Yeah,
you know.
and she wasn't at all. So I mean, it sounds like he got comfortable with what he got away with saying, and probably knew that he couldn't take it much further. Like he said in his news conference that he never touched anybody. He never touched anybody. I mean, he repeated it like 8 times, but
Right.
I'm like, that doesn't, if your intent was to try to get to that point and just find the person that was okay with it, you're still going to be seen as a predator. You know, like if people, if you're saying these things to try to get to that point with somebody, and they're denying you and you're still pressing, and the fact that you're the fucking governor and they're a colleague or an assistant or an aide, you can't have these conversations with these type of people, period. You
Right.
just can't. So I mean, it sounds like he fucked up and he knows it, but he's afraid of it going to a point of uh him being seen as this guy like that like raped somebody or like touched somebody wrong or something like that. But maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't know. He's denying touching anybody inappropriately, but I don't know, man. He comes off as a slime ball to me, man. Somebody at that age in power going after young impressionable women. It's just
So one of his
slime ball.
one of the accusers, Bennett is her last name. I forget her first name. She said that she believed Cuomo felt emboldened by all of the attention he had received as the COVID-19 pandemic unfolded, and he was on national television nearly every day. She says, quote, "I think he felt like he was untouchable in a lot of ways," end quote. And I can see that happening. Like if you're
Damn.
getting all this praise for being a great a great leader during COVID, you get a book deal, you write a book about leading during COVID,
I got to read that book.
and you get an Emmy,
Oh yeah.
For your leadership on COVID. If you got all of that after you got away with decreasing the numbers by 50% on nursing home deaths, you're going to feel kind of untouchable, right? So he may have very well felt emboldened. I mean, he's a divorced man. He's got 3 kids or something like that.
Wasn't he married to one of the Kennedys?
I have no idea.
I think he was married to one of the Kennedys.
Damn, was he?
I could be wrong.
I'm gonna look that shit up.
Yeah, look it up. But yeah, so I think that he may have felt like he could get away with anything. I mean, it's fucked up what happened with these COVID death numbers, man. Like,
Kerry Kennedy, you're right.
holy shit. So he was married to a Kennedy. Huh, interesting.
Like, there's something about being around a Kennedy.
It's like being around the Kardashians.
just-
Like, something's going to get fucked up
Dude,
if you're around
you
them.
know, man? I'm scared because I shook Bill Clinton's hand one time. I'm afraid I'm on the Clintons hit list. Like, I don't want him to come kill me, you know? So, but dude, think about being a governor and getting drunk with the little bit of power a governor has. And then think about being president. Think about having that much power. You know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Power makes people do incredible, like, just like you said, it makes them feel untouchable, makes them feel like they can just do whatever, have whatever they want, you know? I'm just wondering what I don't even know how to handle something like that, dude.
I mean, well, the first step would be not to bullshit numbers. Like,
Well, yeah.
like,
Did you think he thought he was going to get away with it?
oh, he did get
yeah.
away with it until he didn't. Like, everyone thought that these numbers were true. Like, they bullshitted the
Right.
numbers. So what happened was this report was made, and the report included data on deaths of nursing home residents who were transferred to hospitals rather than deaths of residents who died in the homes. So it included data of nursing home patients that died within the nursing home and nursing home patients that got COVID but then were transferred to a hospital. Because, Cuomo's decision was if you got COVID in a nursing home, you got sent back to the nursing home. And that is what wreaked havoc in the
Yeah.
nursing homes in New York City and like killed so many people in the nursing homes. Terrible fucking decision. So Cuomo and his administration got the report. Whoever made the report, I forget who it was. They got them to remove the deaths of nursing home patients that were then transferred to hospitals. So when they removed that number, it resulted in a 50% reduction in the total. So
Damn.
my thing is, what's the intent behind even asking for that number to be removed? Because it's not like you're removing it from New York's death total. Like the death total is going to be the same.
Right.
You're just not categorizing it under nursing home because you knew that your decisions around the nursing homes were fucking catastrophic and tragic. And if he didn't make that decision, the deaths probably wouldn't have been as high. So
Right.
I'm like, to me, the intent behind getting the report changed is to cover up that your horrible decisions around nursing homes were ended so tragically. Because what else would you want to do that for? Why that it's not taken away from the total death count. So why try to change the number?
Oh man,
It's fucked up, dude. It's really, it's really fucked up. I mean,
I'm surprised he hasn't come out and blamed Trump for it yet.
I mean, Trump sent the boat up there, the ship, and like
They hardly used it, right?
No, they barely used it. So like, you could have at least used that as when people get sick in the nursing homes with COVID, they go to the ship or something. Like, there had to be a better solution than to say, if you're in a nursing home and you get COVID, you have to go back. You have to stay in that nursing home or go back to that nursing home, because there was enough information about how contagious COVID was, and how there's enough information of how devastating it was for the older generations. Why did he make that decision? Why did he send people that had COVID to nursing homes? That makes absolutely no fucking sense. You knew where that was going to lead to. There was enough data to do that. But instead, you got Republicans being blamed for they supposedly said that, yeah, old people don't mind dying during this and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's a fucked up statement too. But it's also one of those
That's
things.
great.
It's one of those things that were like, Cuomo's actions literally led to thousands of more deaths than were necessary. And I think he had to get this report changed to cover that up. But even when I say all that, 55% of New York voters say that he should not resign. So he still has the majority on his side.
5%.
Yep.
Wow.
Golly, man.
Yep.
Jeez.
I wouldn't doubt it. The streets are probably a lot less full with all those dead people. You know?
Yeah,
I bet they're probably having a...
What about the voters that don't have a say anymore because they're 6 feet in the ground?
Right, exactly. You know, it's amazing. Now, 55%. So they killed 45%. So they didn't get that 55% number. That's... Why did he kill nursing homes, man? Old people are Republicans. There it is. So, got to get that vote, baby.
Oh, man. What if that does come out, though? Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe this guy won an Emmy, man. Like, I can't believe that a news conference garners an Emmy during a pandemic.
I can.
Yeah, man.
That does not surprise me at all.
I wonder if there was
for his book.
No, for his news conferences, for the news conferences that he held during COVID. You haven't heard about this?
And you're telling me he gets an Emmy and Trump don't get one for CPAC? That's bullshit, man. That was a great speech.
Hey, Trump was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, or a few of them, right?
He was.
Yeah, but that really doesn't mean anything, because that just means there's somebody out there in the world that's part of that committee or whatever that said, I think that he deserves to be nominated. That doesn't mean... I think it was just one guy from some European country that was like, yeah, I think that guy deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
You know he's trolling. You know he's like, oh, I'm just...
And of course, Trump's going to run away with it, you know, like, I got nominated.
Right, exactly.
He's not going to say...
I got nominated.
It's not like this a massive committee of people. It was just one person that nominated him.
Right.
At least I think that was the case. There could have been a second or third person that thought that he should get nominated, but no, from what I've read, it was just one guy that was like, yeah, it was this guy. I think Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
It was for his deal with Israel, I think, too.
Yeah, so it was for his foreign affairs or whatever you say.
Certainly not on our land.
His national security. Well, yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that Cuomo won an Emmy, writes a book and puts it out in the middle of the pandemic. So we have we weren't even near the finish line.
Where do you have time to write a book in the middle of the pandemic?
I was about to say, I mean, you're killing old people. You're writing a book. And you still have time to go chase tail? I mean, that's so fucking impressive, man. Honestly, y'all really turned me around about this guy. I really want to know what he does. I'm not saying I want to use my time like him and do what he does, but, I wouldn't mind to be able to work and cut the grass and write a book in the same day. That'd be pretty fucking cool. So... I gotta get me a Cuomo hat, man. You know what? I'm a Cuomo sexual now.